What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Food Daze. Today we're gonna make a chimichurri steak sandwich. Now I already know I'm gonna get shit, and I know I'm gonna get gripe. I am not doing your typical chimichurri. I am adding a few extra ingredients. So first we have Italian parsley, cilantro, apple, lime, red wine vinegar, olive oil, red pepper, garlic, salt, and pepper. And that is going to be in our chimichurri. The apple and the lime are typically something you do not put in a chimichurri. I already know this, I get it, but I already experimented. Hang on 1 second. And I made some the night before, and I'm telling you, it's fire. It does something to where it's the same exact texture, the apple, as fresh garlic, and it just adds this bite and freshness that just complements it so well. And you also want a food processor or a manual food processor, and I picked this up at my local Walmart yesterday for literally $8. It's easy, you just spin it and it processes everything for you. It's better than chopping, but typically, this is what you would need for a chimichurri, and you can put it on anything. And we're gonna make skirt steak sandwiches with it. So this is an outside skirt steak. I should have went with an inside because this is a little bit more fattier, but hey, we live and learn. It is what it is. You're gonna need some kind of loaf. This is a Cuban loaf that I'm gonna make a garlic bread out of. And we're using garlic and shallot and some butter. And that will make a garlic bread out of. Just stick it under the broiler, easy as hell. Make a compound butter out of it, add a little bit of parsley to add a little bit more green, and that's gonna be that. And then, look, we're just gonna cook this very simple. All you need is salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and we're gonna take this and cut them just in thirds. So we're just gonna cut it once, cut it twice. That way it's easier to cook and it fits on the pan. Just need a little bit of high smoke point oil, like avocado oil, and that's it. It's a very simple recipe, quick. The only thing that's gonna take any time is gonna be making the chimichurri. And this under the broiler is only gonna take, I don't know, a total of less than 5 minutes. Cooking the steaks, about 5 to 10 minutes. Making the chimichurri, about 5 to 10 minutes. So you're looking total cook time, roughly about 20, 25 minutes tops, but very simple to do. And we're gonna get to it, so let's hop to it. All right, we're gonna start with a little compound butter, and we're just gonna take butter that I literally just stuck in the microwave for like 10 seconds just to soften it if you didn't have time. Typically you wanna leave it out, but I was lazy. So, screw it, we'll just put it all in there. Compound butters are easy to make, so there we go. Wash my hands. Now we're just gonna take a shallot. So I already did this last night, so I'm just using what I have so there's no waste. And we're just gonna take the skin off. We're gonna give this a fine chop and dice. So I'll speed through this. Now, I'm slowing down the video here on purpose to show you I'm an idiot. I have not made a video in a couple months, and the cutting board was sliding around. Just take a wet paper towel, stick it underneath or damp, and just put that on your cutting board, and now it doesn't move. And I can't believe 101, my stupid ass forgot to do that. So this is technically called a brunoise cut, I believe so, but you can actually like add salt to this and scrape the knife and flatten it down to actually get more of a finer dice on this, but I kind of like it a little chunky, so I'm not going to do that. And we're adding that to our garlic bread mix. All right, now next is going to be probably the easiest thing you'll ever do. You can pick up one of these on Amazon for like, I don't know, $7-8, but it's a garlic press. And all you do is literally take the skin off of this, and it makes your life and everybody else's life so much easier. And now that you've taken the garlic out, this is actually a little too big, so we're gonna cut that in half. You shove it in the little hole there, you press it down, and exactly what it is, a garlic press. Boom, and you press it all the way through, and there's all your beautiful garlic. And we're gonna probably do, I like it a little garlicky, so I'm probably gonna do 3 of these. And we're gonna do that 2 more times, but you guys won't be watching that, so you'll probably see it almost close to finish. All right, we're done with the garlic. Now we're just gonna add a touch of parsley, just for a little bit of color. I don't mind the stems. Sometimes you want to take the stems out and you just want the leaves. It doesn't bother me either way. And I already know I'm gonna get stuff from my producer. He's gonna tell you I should have rolled the herbs, but whatever. And there you go. Parsley added. And last but not least, a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt, just a touch. And now we just mix it together. And I'm telling you, you can put this on any garlic bread or any bread that you're making garlic toast, garlic bread out of. And something about the shallots and the fresh garlic, it's just amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more pepper because that's gonna bloom and really give it a nice bright taste. But there's your garlic compound butter to make on any type of garlic toast. All right, so I had just did a video about this new knife. It's an offset bread knife. And the reason that it's offset, I will show you and demonstrate. When you are slicing bread, look at how far it goes. And my knuckles still never touch the cutting board. So that's how you use an offset. And this is good for baguettes, stuff like that. But my sandwich, hang on. It's gonna be about that big. So we're gonna find the center, keep your hand on top, keep your knife in your hand, and just go down the edge. You don't have to press, let the knife work. That is the whole reason why your hand is on top. And then you should have a perfect cut. And then check the center, maybe give it a little bit more. Don't force the bread. And there you go. Now, our compound butter, let me get rid of this. It's gonna go right on top. And you just spread it out. Use as little or as much as you want. Me, I like a lot, and this is just gonna soak in, and it's just gonna be good flavoring. Now all you have to do, after you've gotten your compound butter spread out for your garlic bread, set your oven to broil, and literally just toast the top of it for typically about 5 minutes, maybe a little less, depends on how hot your oven runs. But you want nice crispy edges. So I like it nice and crispy around the edge. I don't like it too much in the middle. I kind of like it buttery, but that's all up to you. But trust me, everything here is just gonna go together so well. It already tastes great. So that is our garlic bread. All right, now we're gonna do our chimney. And this is probably the last time we're actually gonna use our knife. And I'm telling you, this is the simplest thing on the planet. And again, if you want to do a traditional chimichurri, do exactly what I'm doing, except do not do the first step, which I'm adding apple to, and lime juice. Just discard this. If you want to eat it, I'm not in the mood for an apple. So I actually cut an apple in a video I made just before this, so I didn't want to waste it. So I recommend 1 small apple to do this, or a half of an apple. And all you have to do is just cut it up into chunks, bite-sized chunks, and throw it into your processor. I really don't think I'm gonna need more than that, because I'm just going for just that texture. And you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna eat it. Next thing, don't talk with your mouth full, asshole. It's the juice of one lime. Let me do this so you guys can see this. Now look, it's not a lot. It's just to add a little bit more of a bite. That's all we're doing. Now typically, this is Italian parsley. I add a little bit of parsley leaves to my chimi. You don't have to. Typically it's just cilantro. Again, I know it's not a chimichurri. It's not traditional. I didn't say it was. I just made it my own. And you know what? I say the hell to the naysayers and make everything your own. And you can add cilantro and just as much as you want to it. It's usually about 3 bundles typically, but I say feel it out. If you need to add more, add more. It's not gonna fucking hurt anybody. And I don't care what people say, and neither should you. Next, we're gonna add red pepper. And I'd probably say about a good tablespoon. Now, because we're doing this in a food processor, you don't need to chop up your garlic. All you gotta do is just kind of cut that little butt end off and de-skin it, because the processor's gonna do the rest of the work. And just throw it in there whole. And we're gonna go 3 big guys, just for texture, if I can get them off. There's one. Ooh, actually, we're just gonna do that big guy, because that was a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. But again, change it, make it your own. You want it garlicky, do that. All right, so 2 big guys. That was a lot bigger than I thought it was. I'm gonna add olive oil, red wine, probably about 1/4 cup, just because we already put the acidity from the lime in there. Pepper, salt. Oh, and these are called gravity grinders, by the way. You can find them on Amazon. Line up the squares, go like that, and look at how easy. All right, let's give it a test, see where we're at. I'm gonna go, it needs a little bit more cilantro. I want it a lot greener. I'm just making a big fat mess, cause that's what I fucking do. Probably gonna get shit laid from my wife, but I don't care. I want a little bit more greener. I'm gonna add a little bit more vinegar. And we're gonna give it a twist. And that's what we're left with. That is a beautiful thing right there, folks. That's my version of a chimichurri. Taste it. If you need to add anything to it, you're gonna need a touch more salt. And that's it. Other than that, I think we are good to go. All right, let's start the next process. All right, so we did our garlic bread, easy. We're gonna send that under the broiler. We did our chimichurri, also very easy, set aside. And this is gonna go on top of our steak once it comes out. Last but not least, our skirt steak. So I am not getting rid of any part of this, because I think it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. But it is going in a pan that it's too big for. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually cut it down just a little bit. So there's one. We're gonna give it one more cut. And there's 2. And that is the last time we will use this knife, I hope. Now we just need to salt and pepper it and add a little bit of garlic powder. So I'm not sure where the video stopped, but I salt and peppered my skirt steak. I finished my chimichurri, and we're gonna start cooking this thing off. All right, gonna give this a nice little hit of oil. All right, let's start up on our steak. Now we're typically gonna cook this. Make sure you press it down, get a nice contact. And we're gonna probably cook this about 2-3 minutes on each side, but I'm not gonna make you guys watch the whole thing. All right, it's been about 2.5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and give this a flip. And oh yeah, look at that sear. Oh, that is beautiful. And we're gonna do this for about another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna pull them off and let them rest. I like it a little medium rare. Now, I will tell you, at the same time that I started cooking these steaks, I threw in my garlic bread. And by the time the steaks are done, that garlic bread should be done also, because it doesn't take long to broil garlic bread. So, I'm gonna go ahead and check that out here in about a minute. Ironically enough, I actually have to pull the garlic bread out. And there you go. Garlic bread, done. All right, it's been 1 minute. Went ahead, actually it's been about 1.5 minutes. I went ahead and shut our stove off because cast iron's gonna take a lot. And we're just gonna bring these bad boys off. Now we just let them rest for about 2 minutes, get to slicing, and start assembling. All right, we went ahead and let our steak rest about 2-3 minutes. And there you have it. Perfect medium rare. Oh, sorry folks, but chef's pleasure. I gotta take a taste test with the chimichurri. Oh my God. Oh yeah. We're gonna go ahead and give this a little dice and then present it on the sandwich. So I'm gonna apologize, everybody. I didn't realize what I was doing, but I was cutting with the grain. I should have been cutting against the grain, but the skirt steak is so tender, it really isn't mattering. Like, this thing is falling apart. And it's so tasty, but if you see, this is the right way to cut it. It's the wrong way to cut it. I want to show you guys that. You don't want to cut it like that. I made 100% mistake. I'd rather show you guys where I screwed up, so it's easier to chew this way. But mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect. I'm not a professional chef. Let's go ahead and assemble this bad boy. Oh yeah. So aside from me screwing up the cut, I think I put this the wrong side. Yes, I did. Aside from me screwing up the cut, it doesn't matter really. This is such tender meat. It's gonna be just fine. And now, yeah, the chimichurri. Oh yeah. Now that is a sandwich fit for anyone. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and take a couple pictures, set this up, and see how it turned out. I don't know where you guys just picked up from, but I cut it. Took a bite out of it. And it's freaking amazing. And I don't care if I screwed up on the video. Never made one in a minute. Well, those fries was awesome. Make it. Try it with the apple. So good. But remember, recipe is going to be down below. Oh. Like, subscribe, comment. Hell, comment at how bad I cut the steak. Comment at how apple doesn't go in a chimichurri. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, the best way to make a steak sandwich. Garlic bread, chimichurri. Wait a minute, hold on. Try that. It was a skirt steak sandwich with chimichurri, but my own chimichurri. It has apple and lime. What do you think? And it's a garlic bread with shallots and whatnot.
They're good.
Right? Tasty, isn't it? And the steak falls apart, huh?
Yeah. This is good.
Yeah, buddy. So you heard it first. Go ahead and make it. Anyway, we'll catch y'all on the next Food Days. See ya. I am. I'm going in the video.